guys, how you doing? It's Henry and Mowers and Blowers. Welcome to episode 7 of my Sketchy F-150 Super Cab XL pickup truck that I bought recently to replace the van that I had to pick up equipment. So this is my fun truck. Daily driver, use it to pick up equipment. That's all I bought it for. And it needs a lot of improvements that it didn't have when I bought it. While it does have maybe 300 or 400,000 miles on it, it may have a rebuilt motor or a new engine, I'm not sure, but it runs like new, so which is why I bought it. It didn't come with a backup camera, which I really wanted. It's in all my other cars, including the van, you know. I had replaced the head unit in the van and put in my own backup camera, and it worked great. This one has a brand new Pioneer 1770 Nex, really advanced head unit. But the guy didn't put in a backup camera. So I ordered a backup camera for very cheap. I think this was like $8 on eBay. It's the kind that goes on your license plate frame. Easy to install. You just put the license plate bolts right through here and it's right on top of your license plate. Comes with the RCA cables. Now, the yellow one is the video in, right? And then the red one is power. So it also comes with the power cable. Power cable is very short, but you just plug this into the power cable right here, just like that. And you would attach this either to a switched 12-volt power source, or you can tap this into your rear lights or your third light. When you shift it into reverse, the white light comes on. That's your reverse circuit. So you attach the positive and negative to that circuit so that once you push it into reverse, it sends the 12-volt power to the camera, which lights up. And at the same time, on the other end of it, you connect that red wire. Here's the video cable. So the video cable connects onto here, yellow to yellow, right? And this goes through the length of your entire car. And I measured, it looks like it might fit. You might have to add an extension to it if you didn't or something. But it depends on how you route the wire, through your A-pillars, through the top, or you're gonna do it through the bottom. You're gonna use more wire when you pull it all the way through the bottom. That goes straight to the camera. On the video wire, there's also a power wire as well. You would use this to tap into or connect to the reverse circuit line that comes out of your head unit. So that way, when you shift it into reverse, the reverse lights go on, powers the camera, and at the same time sends a signal to the wire to the head unit to tell the head unit that it's in reverse. And then that gives you the display of whatever you're seeing in back of your car. Now, when you attach there are 2 different ways or 3 different ways to do it, but if you wanted constant power to the camera all the time, you can switch on your head unit while you're driving so you can see while you're on the highway who's following you, who's behind you, if you have a trailer or something like that. You need a backup camera to hook onto your hitch or something like that. Or if you always want to see what's going on back there, you can switch to see that view. But every time you want to go reverse, this will light up and show you on your display automatically. So I'm going to try to do that. If I don't do that, I mean, I'm going to try it. I never hooked it up so that the camera's always on. You just have to press a button on the head unit to show if you're on the highway that it's displayed. But I usually like to see my navigation on the screen when I'm driving, you know. But we'll see what happens. All in all, I just really want to shift into reverse and be able to see what's behind me. Of course, I do have to pick one of the coldest days of the year to do this. Looks like we got some snow flurries coming down. So the first thing I want to do is kind of plan things out in my brain. I'm going to remove the license plate. And I want to see behind the license plate if there are any holes, and it doesn't look like there are any. The reason why I want to do that is because I want to see that when I place this on here, right, this wire here where does this wire go, right? I don't want it to be on top here where you can see the wire. I want to try to hide the wires as much as possible. I guess that would be okay because, you know, it's hardly noticeable with the license plate there, but you still do see it. So if you're very anal retentive about things, you drill a hole, big hole over here to get this wire through there so you don't see the wire at all. You look at all the options here. You got a hole over here, but you don't really want to drill a hole here because then you'll have leakage going down there like that. And then you also want to crawl under the truck to see where the harnesses go. How am I going to get the wire into the cab? There must be some kind of rear firewall where there's a rubber grommet where all the wires go into so that you can just slip these wires through there so you don't have to drill any more holes than you have to. But this is plastic, so I think I'd be okay with just drilling a big hole right around here, maybe about 1/2 inch diameter or something like that, so I can slip this wire through there without the wire ugly hanging up on there. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. But I'm going to crawl underneath and get my creeper and see where the wires lead to. Got my creeper here. I haven't used this in years. I couldn't even really find it. Roll back here and see. Ooh, look at that. I don't even have to jack up the truck because it's so high off the ground already. I've never showed you guys the underbelly of this car. One of the reasons why I really wanted it was because there's like no rust under here at all. Let me show you. This is a South Carolina car. Look at the underbelly of it. It is like super clean. Look at the chassis. There's hardly any rust. Just a little bit of surface rust here in the bolt, but I mean, if you just look at it, man, super clean everywhere. Look at the bed. Have you ever seen anything like that? It's like it's from Arizona or something. I might have to do some undercoating for this because you want to protect this beautiful underbelly, rust-free, from the New York winters, where we have a lot of salt rock that's used for snow and everything else. So over here in the rear, you can see that there's a pigtail plug that goes to the license plate light. That's not what we need. And then it goes into a harness over there that looks like it'd be a pain to splice into because it's like factory. And then there's that part right there, which looks like it goes into the accessory area for your trailer hitch lights right there. I don't think that might have a reverse circuit actually. So I'd have to look into that, or maybe I'll just tap into the tail lights, which might be easier. And this leads to all the way over there. I'll figure it out. So I was looking around, and the license plate's gonna be blocking here. So I think I'm just gonna poke a hole right around here. You know what I mean? I was gonna just drill this out, a hole there, but then I'd have to drill a hole from here to there, you'd still see the wire. So I'm just going to put a hole right around here, really close to the frames. You can't notice. This, I don't know what it is, but there's a key here, and it doesn't go anywhere. It's just a stub on the back. It doesn't lead anywhere. I don't know. This is just plastic. Goes right through. So the hole's got to be big enough to fit this thing in here. This thing is like more than 1/2 inch. You'd stick these things in one at a time to get it through, but I think it'll probably do. Not all. The license plate, you can see from the shadow, ends right there. So the wire is gonna have to be right past that. So just put a hole right there. What the hell? Like I said, it's just plastic. There we go. Let's see if we fit this in through the hole. It's gotta be bigger than that. Look at that. Yeah. Oh. Has to be a little bit bigger. That's what she said. Alright, that's one. Push that in more. Oh man, now it's going to be tight because you got that wire there.
Hey, why don't you just make it bigger?
It's okay, you can get it through.
It doesn't look like it.
Oh, shut up. Hey, see? There we go. This should go all the way in. Hey, yeah! Yeah, baby, yeah! There we go. So now my backup light is installed. Now the hard part is wiring it. So I'm gonna tap into my lights. I think I am. Yes. Because the trailer hitch lights, I'm just not 100% sure. You know what I mean? This is gonna be tricky to try to hide it so that you don't see the wires. I'd have to probably remove the light, right, and see where the cluster is that leads inside, and then tap into it from the bottom. But I'd have to see where the light is. Here is the reverse light in the center there. That's why it's clear. I'm actually going to try to remove this light here because this one has a crack in it, so I might have to remove this eventually because I might want to replace these lights with the, not the neon, but the LED, you know, strip thing. You know, I might want to do that because this is cracked. And if I break it trying to remove it now, it's no loss because I was going to change it anyway. That's my logic behind it, and I'm sticking to it. That's a small one. That's what you said. Yep, like 5/16 or something. It's small. Yep, 5/16. I don't even know if this is how you take the light off, but it's the only screw that's there. Look, it has little areas here on the to hold your screws so you don't lose them. That's easy. So no other screw anywhere else. That's it. That's how you remove it. And look at that. There's I could tap right into these two wires there for the reverse lights. You know those are the reverse lights. See here? This is the reverse lights. And it goes right into this pigtail right there. Right here. So I can just tap into these two things. And then I would have power to the camera when the reverse light is on. To prove that, I'm going to go and put it in reverse. See if the light lights on. So I know I'm not going to have enough wire. The wires they give you is definitely not enough. Found this harness in my load of wires, and it looks like I have a black, a red, and a white. So I need the black and the red. So I'm just going to cut it from here. I'll cut it there so in case I need to use that pigtail, I could have it. Just do here. There. Now I have a set of black and red wires that'll be long enough to get to the center where I can connect it easier. So I'm just going to tap this into there. The old military style tapping. So I put everything back. It was a pain in the ass because it's so cold. Hands are freezing. So look, I now have a longer red and black wire that's tapped into the reverse light circuit. I have a test light here. I put everything back. I think it works, but just to make sure, that should light up when this lights up. Maybe. Did it work? Maybe the test light's broken. Let me check. Okay, so the test light was busted. I got another test light here. Alright, now I'll put it in reverse. That should light up. Did it light up this time? Let me check. So I was crawling underneath the car. I lifted up all my seats in the back crew cab area, and inside here was empty. But then I took the tray out, and then I saw this thing in there. Took the two wing nuts out, pulled it out, and while I didn't think I had a jack, I got a jack. The complete kit with the irons. Awesome. I thought I was missing the jack. I thought they took it. It's cool. Cool hiding space. I was looking in here for wiring harnesses and a hole to get wires from outside the truck to inside the truck so I can, you know, route the wires through the bottom and stuff, but I can't find any access from the outside to the inside. You know, usually there should be a grommet hole or something, but I can't find any. I might have to do this later because I'm freezing. So here's the video wire, the yellow wire. It's connected to the camera. For now, I'm just tracing it through this door here, over here, just to test it to see. I've ripped the whole dash apart, and it actually has this thing in it, access. I don't know what it is. Some kind of Ford interface with SWC. I don't know what that is. The whole cluster's here, and I was fortunate enough to not have to take the unit out. And right here, rear view camera in. And then there's also another one in there, that the purple one, it says reverse camera trigger. It's already connected. So I don't know what that's about, but if it's already connected, let's just see if I just plug this into that, and maybe it might work. All right, here we go. Started the truck up, and the radio's on, and I'm gonna put it into reverse, and yeah, I've got reverse camera, although it's upside down. I'll have to go into the settings here to figure out how to do it, but how about it, guys? It was really easy because, you know, I didn't have to take the radio out. I found the wires hanging there, and it was already connected. I don't know how, but whatever. So apparently the radio does not have an adjustment to, you know, flip it, reverse it, and all that stuff. I just gotta flip this upside down. And it wasn't very clear because I had this on, so I'm gonna peel that off. It looks like we got it done, and then I'll have to do the hiding of the wire later. Here we go, fellas. I flipped the license plate, well, at least the camera. Put some stronger bolts in there, and there we go. We've got a backup camera now. Awesome. I'm just stoked. I still have to try to find a way I could run the wire all the way to the back without seeing the wire. So I've been scouring the cab for a hole somewhere. Finally, I removed the jack again. Looked in here, and there was a hole right there with a white thing there. So then I crawled underneath to see what that white thing was. And then I looked over here, and there was like this sticker. Peel the sticker back, and there's the hole right there. So that's the access I'm going to use. I'm going to get the wire and stick it through that hole up into the cabin. Amazing. Okay, guys. Got the wire through everything. Please fit. Oh my God, it fits. That's awesome. Is that awesome? All right, there it is right there. Problem is, though, I don't think I have enough line to reach all the way back there. I might have to get an extension to this RCA cord. But that's awesome. I'm gonna have to think of a way to put a piece of grommet there or tape it or something. I made a cap with a hole in it. I'm taking Gorilla Tape, putting this over. Gorilla Tape is very strong. And the cap serves like a grommet. That'll do. There you go. Look what I found. Scores! Sweet. Installing a backup camera is never really easy, you know? Pretty pleased how it went on, how it went. I still need to make a 6-foot extension RCA cable connected from the hole to the camera. I'm going to go look around in my house to see if I have any extension RCA cables. If not, I might have to splice it to make it work. We'll see what happens. I'm going to go inside. I'm freezing my ass off. Oh. Okay, here you go. I'm finally finished. Put it in reverse. Oh dear, I don't know why. So I'm not done. Why? When the engine is on and I put it to reverse, it says no signal. When the engine is off and I put it to reverse, oh, That was strange. Man, I just had a signal before. Okay, I think I got it now. So, when I step on the brake, there's no signal. When I let go of the brake, put it back into gear, I'm thinking that there's too much voltage going into that circuit. So right now you could see it, but if I step on the brake, it goes away. So let's do something with the circuit. So I have to find another tap for the signal to the, you following what I'm saying? I've been messing with the electrical all day and the battery died. So I'm now charging the battery again. And I'm just thinking to myself, when I hooked it up, the reverse trigger from the head unit was already attached. Maybe whoever installed it knew what they were doing and attached it into the proper location, and all they needed was the camera to be installed. So if I tapped into another power source, it's overloading it. So maybe I should cut the wires to the reverse taillight that I did. Okay, so I disconnected the ground to the rear taillight. Now look. As you can see, there's no longer the fuzziness. There was a fuzziness going on before. So now there's no fuzziness. I was double grounding it, basically. So now it works. There's something else I'd like to try, too. When you go here, there's a regular camera view, and it says no signal here because I need to have it on a switched current. So if it's switched current, it's always powered, and then I could just switch it to camera view while I'm driving, and I could see, you know, the back of my car as I'm driving, which would be kind of cool. But you know, right now I have it only where you put it in reverse and you could see the camera. So I'll have to think about it. I might change it up a little bit, but I've been working on this damn thing all day, crawling under the car, finding the holes. You guys saw the amount of effort that I took to find a hole to slip the wire through so that it looks good, you know what I mean? And not have to drill through the cabin. So I got it worked out now, but now I'm thinking maybe I should try to find a switched current to power this full time. Yeah. I'll look into it another time. But that's my backup camera install video, and that's one down. I've got plenty more to do. Thanks a lot for joining me on this episode. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
My name's Henry. Mowers and Blowers.
Mowers and Blowers.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Later.